Good morning. We welcome you all to our today's summit, the National Health Insurance Summit, first ever summit on insurance health insurance the Bengal Chamber of Commerce and Industry is organizing. I would like to introduce Dr. Saurav Kariwala from National Insurance Company Limited, who would be emceeing today's summit.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rabani. Very good morning to all of you. I'm Dr. Saurav Kariwala. I'm from National Insurance Company. Thankful to Bengal Chamber of Commerce and Industries to give me this opportunity to conduct the program today. So on behalf of the Bengal Chambers, I extend my warm welcome to all of you for coming here and joining us for this Health Insurance Summit. As ma'am said, it's a first of its kind where we have so many stakeholders pertaining to health insurance in a single room. I'm sure the offices are going to get affected today because the workers of all our offices are here today, and we have ensured that we don't leave anyone outside. So it's okay, we can manage that work tomorrow, I believe. And with this thought, I would now like to start the proceedings for the day. And to begin with, I would like to invite on stage, for the first welcome address, Mr. Abhijit Banerjee. So before I invite him, I'll just talk a little bit about Mr. Banerjee. So Mr. Banerjee has a wealth of experience and expertise of over 35 years in the manufacturing sector, encompassing various areas such as designing, engineering, project management, marketing, business development, strategic account management. He joined the Lind India, previously known as the BOC India, in 2009 and has been leading the company as its managing director since 2019. In addition to his professional career, Mr. Banerjee has also made significant contributions to industry organizations and associations. He is the member of the General Council of the Gas Industry Association and has also served as its president for a period of 2019 till 21. During the COVID pandemic, he was a member of the CII's Task Force on the National Oxygen Action Plan. Currently, Mr. Banerjee is the president designate of the Bengal Chamber of Commerce and Industries. And Mr. Banerjee holds a bachelor degree in chemical engineering from the IIT Kharagpur and has undergone leadership development programs from University of Oxford. Sir, without any delay, I would like to invite you for the welcome address.
It's a great honor to be here to welcome you all. And I would like to compliment the Chamber for bringing together so many luminaries in the field of health insurance. We come together at a critical juncture, recognizing that the health insurance business is not just a financial commodity, but it has a key role to play as a critical foundation for India's socio-economic resilience and expansion. In India, the insurance industry is transitioning from a niche service to a national necessity. It is the critical financial bridge that saves millions of households from catastrophic out-of-pocket expenses coming out of unforeseen or sometimes planned medical emergencies, something which has been a cause for running several families into poverty. It's interesting to note that this sector's expansion is actually a force multiplier covering various other industry segments also. For example, institutions that provide healthcare services, hospitals, clinics. This industry ensures that they get a regular committed cash flow, which helps these institutions to continue operations and go on expanding their footprint. Increased coverage in the pharmaceutical and medical devices areas again drives demand for vital and essential medical items, promoting research, development, and production. The demand for digital policy issuance, seamless claims processing, fraud detection, all these has again led to a vibrant industry segment in terms of technology, third-party administrators, health tech entrepreneurs. Over the last some years, the sector has undergone transformational regulatory changes, indicating a clear shift towards increased transparency, ease of access, and, of course, protection for the policyholders. These measures are intended to strengthen public trust and increase the penetration of health insurance. I was reading somewhere, I think the overall, but I'm sure the experts over here, I think the overall coverage of health insurance in India is still less than 50% perhaps, and that is something definitely. Today we have so many of the luminaries of this industry over here. This is an ideal platform where we'll have the participation of policymakers, insurers, healthcare providers, digital innovators, thought leaders, to deliberate and discuss the future of health insurance in India. We would like these discussions to be extended towards preventive care, digitalization, new treatment modalities, home care, patient-centric models. Also to develop actionable ideas on how to reach remote areas, designing personalized and low-cost programs, and of course leveraging AI and data analytics to limit medical inflation without, of course, sacrificing the quality. I'm sure today's program will be a great knowledge-sharing platform for all of us. And I would like to acknowledge the vision of our chairperson of the National Health Committee, Abhijit Majumdar, for curating this program, and I'm sure everyone is looking forward to a very, very positive outcome. So to conclude, a very warm welcome to all the distinguished speakers, audience, friends of the media, and of course the partners of today's program. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Next, I would like to invite ED, National Insurance Company, Sridevi Nair Madam, as well as I would also like to invite Abhijit Majumdar, Chairperson, Bengal Chamber of Commerce Health Vertical, as well as the CEO of Apollo Multispeciality Hospitals on stage. So the next, we'll be setting the agenda for today, and for that I would like to, invite Madam Sridevi S. Nair. Before she comes, I'll just give a brief introduction about her. So Madam Sridevi Nair is the Executive Director in National Insurance Company, and she carries a wealth of experience, more than 35 years in the general insurance industry. She has worked as a branch manager, as a division manager, as a regional head, as well as a general manager. She was working with the New India Assurance Company in all these roles and has predominantly worked in Kerala, Chennai, Bangalore, Mumbai at senior executive levels. During this tenure, she had the occasion to service retail as well as corporate clients and has headed various operating offices and technical departments including motor, fire engineering, marine, cargo, hull, health, claims management, distribution channels and HR. In March this year, she joined National Insurance Company Limited as the Executive Director and is part of the Board of Directors and handles several key portfolios. She is known for her leadership skills, technical knowledge, and the experience in HR functions. Madam, I'd like to invite you on stage to set the agenda for today.
Thank you, Saurabh, for that introduction. A very warm good morning to this August gathering. It is indeed a privilege to be here today and address all of you. I should first congratulate BCC and I for organizing such a momentous event, maybe the first health summit that we are having. Initiative of the chairman of National Health Committee of BCCI is worth mentioning here. He has been behind the organizing this event. Now, if you look at the history of health insurance in the country, we all know about the ESI scheme and CGHS that were there right after independence. But the real occasion came when General Insurance Corporation at that time in 1986 introduced the standard Mediclaim policy through the 4 subsidiaries, which were all the 4 PSU companies, which were at that time under the General Insurance Corporation. So that was the first insurance policy that we could say that health insurance policy that came into being, and that name Mediclaim has stuck. So even today when we talk about health insurance, we talk it as Mediclaim, we use the term. I remember I joined this industry in 1989. So at that time, even at that time, Mediclaim, it was in a very nascent stage, even though it got introduced in the year 1986. It had just not, taken off. I remember as a young officer going to different elite forums, like we used to address the Insurance of Chartered Accountants, Institute of Chartered Accountants, Indian Medical Association. We used to travel, talk to them, and explain the scheme. And it was like a very standard scheme across all companies. It had, the basic covers, and a very small, I remember the sum insured used to be 15,000 starting, and the maximum that we used to offer was 5 lakhs. So that scheme, it had the standard wordings, the exclusions, everything was written down, and no deviance from whatever was there in the clause. So it took time for health insurance, to come up in this country. At that time, again, the affordability and availability was a question. Now, after that, and I still remember it was a time when we did not have any cashless treatment, TPAs were not there. So it was all on a reimbursement mode, and it was a small policy to begin with. Now, 40 years later, this line of business, that is the health insurance, that constitutes almost 40% of the overall insurance, non-life insurance premium in this country. So last year in 24-25, the overall premium of non-life business was around plus 3 lakh plus crores, out of which almost 1,20,000 crores came from health insurance. So if you look at the progress or the way the health insurance has caught up in this country, it is really momentous. So now this is the biggest portfolio in non-life business. We have come a long way. The advent of the insurance regulator, the health regulations, third-party administrators, and the products. If you look at the products now, we offer everything under the sky in health insurance. And from the side of healthcare service providers, if you look at the technological advancements that has happened in this area, the specialist doctors, better treatment protocols, it has all improved the healthcare sector tremendously. And when COVID happened, the awareness also shot up. And today, I'm sure that we need not, the education part is almost done. People are so aware of health insurance and its benefits. But at the same time, challenges are there. Accessibility and affordability is still an issue, even today, even 40 years later. So accessibility to quality healthcare facilities in tier 3-4 towns is still a challenge. Affordability, the high rise in premiums, and also the healthcare treatments, both have gone up. It is always an issue. But the way in which the central government, along with state government participation, has brought in flagship schemes like Ayushman Bharat, Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana, it has definitely given a boost to the sector. It addresses both the accessibility and affordability of health insurance. At the same time, we are aware of the missing middle. There is a lot of talk going on how a great portion of the population is still uncovered by health insurance. Therefore, in today's summit, in this background, I feel that today's summit is of great relevance, and we are happy that eminent personalities are here to take part in the discussions. Definitely, it would be inaugurated by our Honorable Principal Secretary to Government of India, that it's Government of West Bengal. That itself is a great boost to the summit, I'm sure. And the keynote speaker, the Chairman cum Managing Director of National Insurance Company, Madam Rajeshwari Singh Muni, would also be here to give the keynote address. if I look at my duties to set the agenda for the day, so if I look at the agenda, there are different topics that are being covered here, right from the access to care through health insurance, and we are discussing about the ways in which technology is revolutionizing the health insurance. All very relevant topics. And we have the health insurance coverage, what are the opportunities and challenges in this area. So when I see the moderators and the panelists, they are the best in the industry. They come with huge experience of their own. So I'm sure that today's summit is going to be a huge success. We are also discussing about the new technology, the emerging trends in modern health insurance, and also, we have the topic of insurance as a tool to support the care continuum, the dilemma of a large corporation's insurance or assurance model that is of great relevance, and the redefinition of the healthcare model is also being discussed today. We have we have six panel discussions and 2 fireside chats. The subjects, as I said, it ranges from one sector to another sector. How insurance can work as a tool to support healthcare and preventive health insurance. These are all topics that we are going to discuss today. We have the best of industry, as I said earlier, right from Director, Health Insurance, General Insurance Council, Mr. Shekhar Sambat Kumar is here, along with all other experts, actuaries. From the insurance industry, people are there, appointed actuaries are there, and definitely the healthcare providers are participating in the discussions along with the leaders from the third-party administrators too. My request today to all of you would be to make this an engaging session, an interactive and lively session so that all of you participate and make it a huge success. In conclusion, I would say that continuous discussions and brainstorming on any topic, let it be anything, that always keeps the topic fresh in the minds of people, and at some time of the other, it reaches out to the policy makers, and that is how the policy changes happen in the country. So I am sure that today's summit is definitely would have a far-reaching result in improving the healthcare ecosystem in the country. Let me once again wish the summit all success, and thank you for making me a part of it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Keeping that in mind, it's beautifully the agenda has been set by ma'am today. And we hope that the brainstorming and all the discussions which happened today, we can take back with ourselves, even strongly, and come back in the next summit and elaborate further on that. With that, I would now like to invite for the theme address, the chairperson of the Bengal Chamber of Commerce in the Health Department, as well as the CEO of Apollo Multispeciality Hospital, Mr. Abhijit Majumdar. So he is having an experience of over 24 years. Over 24 years in the health industry. He is an accomplished healthcare administrator whose expertise lies in areas such as sales and marketing, brand building, revenue growth planning, healthcare services optimization, and hospital operations. In his previous role as group head for corporate marketing division of Apollo Hospitals, he played a pivotal role in taking it to a newer height, and his contributions in the international market is also commendable while establishing the footprints for Apollo Hospitals Group in parts of Africa. Mr. Majumdar did his graduation in chemistry from the University of Calcutta, followed by Masters in Business Administration from the same. He also holds a diploma in hospital management from the Indian Institute of Social Welfare and Business Management, Kolkata. With this, I would like to invite him on stage here for the theme address. So,
Honorable Principal Secretary Health, Government of West Bengal, Sri Narayan Sarup Nigam sir. distinguished policymakers from the insurance industries, distinguished leaders from the insurance industries, the leaders across the healthcare ecosystem representing hospitals and the providers. Also present the technological advancement provision companies who are present here as a policy. And we have the chairperson of National Insurance Corporation, Ms. Rajeshwari Singh Muni ma'am, also joining us. And wonderful sunny morning here at Calcutta. So we stand at the building of Bengal Chambers of Commerce and Industry, the oldest chamber in the country and inarguably probably in the Asia, that shaped up the future of India about close to 200 years back. So going back, when we thought about this session for National Health Insurance Summit, the objective was very clear that we are talking about a complex ecosystem of health which has been grappling the world in different times. The advanced nations, starting from US or any other country, has been fighting it hard to get a right strategic fit model. It's just because the complexity of health, take for instance, health is a state subject, and we have none other than the Principal Secretary Health who will talk about how Bengal is shaping up healthcare, which has seen never before. We have the chairperson of National Insurance Company here, who has been a pivotal role being played by that company to make healthcare affordable, equitable, as well as completely accessible to the people of the country. Then we have the policymakers who are present here, like Mr. Segar Sampath. He has been leading the policy changes across the country in insurance, and that the whole gamut is directed towards only one person who is seeking health at the time when it needs most. So when we envisaged this conference, the idea was very clear: to co-create and collaborate a successful platform that will make healthcare equitable, affordable, and accessible for people who wants it. And that is only possible when we, the providers, the insurance companies, the third-party administrator, many of the leaders who are present here, the technological innovators who are present here, and some of the doctors who are actually the caregiver to the patients who are present here in this summit. So over the next couple of hours, what we will discuss here is basically how the future holds for India in terms of the new assurance and insurance, a hybrid model coming up to make healthcare accessible for the people altogether. The different states, and probably West Bengal is leading the way in terms of such an innovative model. So we'll eagerly be waiting to hear from the Principal Secretary, sir, about Bengal's foray into the making healthcare accessible for all. From National Insurance, we are thankful that they have come forward to get it where today. All the partners who are present here to make this day possible, our heartfelt thanks from the Bengal Chambers for all coming here and making it a memorable day. But just remember that it's the beginning of our journey where we'll all come together and co-create, and probably a white paper that we should publish by end of the day, and then following it up by the next couple of years where we get there. It's a journey which is never ending, but we actually propagated the journey some time back with thought leadership, and the leader that you see here sitting on the dais are responsible, and some of them sitting here are actually the catalyst for making the day happen. So have a wonderful day, wishing you all, and I'm eagerly looking forward to learning from this developing session as well. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I'm sure that the sessions are going to be brainstorming. With this, I once again extend my warm welcome to the chairperson, CMD of National Insurance Company, madam, as well as the Principal Secretary Health, Governor of West Bengal. And now we would like to invite all the eminent personalities on the dais for the lighting of the lamp, so that we can start today's function. Madam, sir, please. I would also like to invite the Director General, Mr. Shubhadeep Ghosh, to join us. Thank you. I request all the dignitaries to be back on stage. Thank you to all. So moving on with the day's program, I have the privilege now to call upon stage for the keynote address, CMD of our company, National Insurance Company, Madam Rajeshwari Singh Muni, Madam, for the keynote address. Ma'am, please.
A very warm good morning to all of you here on the dais and off the dais. And my heartfelt thanks to the chairperson of the National Health Committee of BCCI, Shri Abhijit Majumdar, for organizing such a meaningful, purposeful, and thoughtful summit on health insurance. And we at National are glad to be collaborating and associating with them for this particular event. I also extend my warm welcome to Shri Narayan Swarup Nigamji, the Principal Secretary, Health and Family Welfare Department of Government of West Bengal, to having graced this occasion. So I think with the advent of modernization and in pursuit of, comforts in the last 4 or 5 decades, we have been compromising on the lifestyle, or rather a healthy lifestyle, which I think in the previous generation of ours was a kind of normal routine course. Nothing new. I think we have been, you all know that our previous generations, whether it was walking, whether it was climbing the stairs, or going to the market, or going to the essential activities, it was moving out of the house, and for the women in the house doing the household chores. This was a kind of routine, all the physical activity, and which in the pursuit of getting comforts, I think we have forgotten, and that has led to a very, sedentary lifestyle and resulting into a lot of diseases and illness coming. And I think in the future generations, it is all the more challenging for them to combat this kind of lifestyle diseases, which has really gone up, and more so for the younger generation also, which we see of late. So definitely we have to pay a price for it. And now if you, of late now people have started realizing that this lifestyle changes is a must and essential. And I think now they are spending a lot of time, effort, and money in, getting rid of these sedentary lifestyle. Of course, I think we cannot go back and make it as a part of the daily routine, but definitely, this is gaining importance. But there is much to do from the healthcare point of view. And other contributing factors also, it is, the pollution related or the processed foods, which is adding to these lifestyle diseases. So, and if you, that SDG, the Sustainable Development Goals 3 of United Nations, which emphasizes on ensuring healthy lives and promoting the well-being at all ages. So in this pursuit, I think India, the ranking is very low, but still I think they have been improving, moderately improving, and in the last 6-7 years, we have seen a 6 to 7% increase in the indices. So I think we should be happy about it, and I think there's a lot to do going forward. So the size of the population, all of you know, in India is a big challenge, but we should also take pride in the fact that the government in this direction has taken a lot of initiatives, and we have also witnessed our self-sufficiency during the COVID pandemic time. So way back in the 1950s, this health security initiative where the government has started, all of you know, by way of ESI and central government health schemes. And currently, the flagship Pradhan Mantri Arogya Bima Yojana, which is the flagship scheme. And I think as on date, as we stand, there are 42 crore of population being enrolled from the time it has been launched in 2018, and around 10 crore admissions, and around 30,000 hospitals have been empaneled. So definitely this government initiative has changed the landscape of health security with these kind of enrollments happening in the scheme. Having said that, there is still a huge untapped potential population which lacks the health security. And it goes without saying that health insurance is the most efficient and essential safety net available to the individuals and their families to combat the financial distress what they foresee in terms, in times of the medical emergencies or crisis situation. And not only, it is a real boon in respect of the medical treatment from your ordinary OPDs to the critical illness. And it provides you the mental peace that during such times there is no need to erode your personal savings or go outside for any kind of financial aid and help to combat this particular situation. So post-COVID, all of you know that health insurance has gained a lot of significance, and presently in the non-life sector, it constitutes nearly 40% of the non-life premium is by health insurance. And even if you see the growth rate, it is the highest at around 20%. But still you have only around 52 crores of population being covered under health insurance, including the government scheme under the insurance. The trust mode, it is separate, but only 52 crores of population is covered. So a lot of huge untapped potential is available. So with this vast untapped potential, the rising health consciousness, the growing middle class, the higher income group with disposable incomes, government initiatives for the vulnerable section, also the technological interventions for easy accessibility, I think the overall future of health insurance is very, very promising, and I think it's expected to evolve into a holistic health management ecosystem that integrates financial protection with proactive health care and advanced digital services. There are equal challenges also. When we talk about the opportunities, there are always challenges. So challenges from the point of view of policy holder and the insurance providers, all of you know, is the high medical inflation, which is rising. And at present, I think in India, it is the highest, around 13%, what the statistics say. So this is one of the major concern because, that insurance companies, you cannot make any profit out of it. So, of course, we are not there to make profit out of this, but still, there are margins which are required. But with the increasing cost, if we talk about making it affordable to the policy holders, it is becoming difficult. And with the demands, the kind of insurance coverage everybody is seeking, this is one of the major challenges. Of course, in insurance parlance, what we call is the more the numbers, the affordability will come. So I think we still have a huge untapped potential, and if we pursue that IRDA vision is also there, insurance for all by 2047 or much more before that. If everybody has a health insurance, definitely the premium affordability could be brought down. Then of course we have the other challenges also of the fraud, abuse, and the standardization of medical treatment and cost, and all the stakeholders in this ecosystem are working towards it. How do we more and more cashless to the patients is being provided, and how do we come and standardize the medical treatment protocols as well as the cost, so that also helps in making insurance affordable. And at the same time, in addition to all these challenges, I think all the insurance companies are working towards a lot of innovations, because one size fit all does not suit everybody. All age group have different requirements. So according to that, the insurance products can be innovated so that the premium affordability or the need of the customer segment is being addressed. That is being done, and lot of add-ons have been added. The illness-centric models have now shifted to the wellness kind of things. And I think it will be evolving over a period of time with each year passing by. We have something or the new coming up, like the government has initiated on the digital mission of this Aadhaar ID creation, as well as the National Claim Health Exchange. And I think these are only the small steps, and which will go a long way in streamlining the entire process of health insurance in the country. And we definitely will achieve the insurance for all, at least on the health front in the coming days. Lot of scope, and I think the health insurance landscape has, in the shortest span, has changed a lot, and it will keep on evolving. And with all the stakeholders, the government, the regulator, the service providers in the ecosystem, the policy makers, all of them are working towards it. And I wish a very fruitful deliberation to all the panelists over here, and great takeaways after the deliberation. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, ma'am. That was a real intensive keynote address, addressing a lot of areas which we are going to discuss today and have an impact on the sessions. So without further ado, I would now like to invite the Principal Secretary of the Health and Family Welfare Department, Government of West Bengal. And before I do that, I would also like to acknowledge and extend our warm welcome to our past chairperson of the Health Committee, BCC and I, who is also here with us. And he's the chairman of he's the chairman of the Mission Hospital, Mr. Dr. Satyajit Bose. He is the chairperson. He was the chairperson of the Health Committee prior to Mr. Majumdar, and he's currently the chairman, Mission Hospital, and the president of designate of Cardiothoracic Society of India. And with that, I would now like to invite Mr. Sri Narayan Swarup Nigam Sir, IAS, Principal Secretary, Health and Family Welfare Department, Government of West Bengal, who has been instrumental in creating an environment of the assurance mode through Swasthya in West Bengal, which is really instrumental in spreading the awareness as well as the penetration. Sir, without further ado, I would like to invite you.
Thank you, Abhijit, for giving me an opportunity to come here, talk and meet all of you. It's a very warm, sunny morning. Winters are always pleasurable. So whosoever has come to Calcutta for the first time, please do take a time to move around in the city, and you are most welcome around. Madam Rajeshwari Singh Muni, CMD, National Insurance Limited. Shri Abhijit Majumdar, National Health Committee Chairperson. Madam Sridevi S. Nair, Executive Director, National Insurance Corporation, and Mr. Abhijit Banerjee, President Designate. It's my privilege to come here and talk about something which is of utmost importance, not only for individually for us, for the state as well as the country in general, as well as the world. If you look at our millennium goals, it is something which has been of paramount importance. Because at the end, our philosophy always says, Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramaya. Madam talked about the lifestyle diseases, the concept of wellness, which is now evolving in India, which came to US almost 40 years back. And, the National Digital Health Mission, the Prime Minister Assurance Scheme for the healthcare. Lot of new initiatives have come in the domain. But since all of you represent the entire gamut of the insurance business in the country, I will also like to draw, for many of the things, we draw our attention to the Western world and draw our numbers and what is happening around there. What is a percentage of US GDP which is spent on the healthcare? Any guesses? It's a 17.6%. You look at Singapore, which again another efficient country, where the percentage of GDP, their GDP vis-a-vis the health expenditure is a percentage of GDP is roughly 4%. Now, both the models, private sector operates. What is the difference between them? That they are able to achieve something at the lesser cost vis-a-vis the US model, where at the end of the day, you have to get to the Obamacare, you have to get to the so many things. So that's what India today spends roughly 3.8% of its GDP on the overall healthcare. Now, if you look at this gamut, what I wanted to point out that every country has evolved its own model of insurance, assurance, or healthcare with involvement of everyone. So blindly following any model, Western model, blindly following any Eastern model may not be of a paramount importance to us. We have to devise our own model for a 141 crore aspiring population of this country, which is going to stabilize in another 15, 20, 30 years to around 175 crores, and gradually it will come down. But with coming down, it will also bring more problems to us because more number of people will require a health care. So today we are sitting at a time, Abhijit ji, where if we take a right call for ourselves, create a correct advocacy platform, understanding the economics, finance, and the healthcare industry, so that all stakes reach to a proper point, what you call in economics a Pareto optimal point, considering all the stakeholders, only then you will be able to achieve the target of affordable healthcare which is accessible. Idea today in West Bengal, in country per se, when we discuss, is a affordable quality healthcare which is accessible to all. India has changed. We keep on talking so much. Look at our journey of 75 years. When we got independence, it's a 40 crore of population. Average age is roughly 35 years. Today, the country of 141 crores with average age of 73 years. With whatever problems, the achievements are phenomenal. Today, you don't have people dying out of hunger in this country, where the famines were so often in this country for the variety of the reasons. So let us come. We have always evolved our own models. So let us look at the entire things, both business, government, private, policymakers. We'll all have to come together to evolve a model which is best suited for the needs of this country. Now come to the something, because lot of you people must have heard about Swasthya Sathi scheme. It's one of the biggest health insurance scheme assurance scheme run by any government in the country. I'm not comparing it with the national government, the scheme of this. So I just thought it's a good time to share our model, what are we doing on it. It's a next. See, if you look at this entire thing, the right side column, it's a paperless, cashless, zero contribution from the beneficiaries, 100% online, up to 5 lakh of coverage that we provide, real-time uploading, everything is on this. What we do is left side, if you look at it, we provide 24/7. I tell you, yesterday, we have served 5,000 people only yesterday. Every day we serve 5,000 to 7,000 people for different kind of hospital in-house treatment. 100% pre-authorization. We also use the modern techniques as far as the back-end managements are concerned. What has been our journey? We started sometime in 2016-17 with a limited scope, with roughly certain section of population being covered like BPL, with ASHA, Anganwadi and all those workers. In 21, we took a decision to universalize it. So we said, coming across, if you're not covered with any other those qualifications, that you are having a government health scheme or a CGHS part or any other scheme part or ESI part, we will cover you under our scheme. The idea being, we will provide a vanilla model of healthcare to everyone. See what happens if you look at the West Bengal's BPL population percentage, it's roughly 12%. Whereas there is a much more beyond it. the lower middle class, these population, either they go to the health insurance systems, or at times they don't have that kind of a sparable thing or the habits in which they look forward for the health care. So we said we'll provide you a vanilla model in which it will be off any topping, but you will be, the basic cares will be available for you so that you don't have to run across here and there, and that way let us involve a private sector in our model. Second thing which came, Madam, national insurance was a part of our consortium till 21 or so, how to run this scheme, whether we should do it, run it or an insurance model, or we should go back to the trust model. So we constituted a study with Indian Statistical Institute, and we said, fine, when I take a risk for all, the morbidity patterns are available, why to pay a premium for its management? We will make our back end so efficient that let us not pay the extra money on premium, because there is no risk. We are going to take care of all 10 crore population of the state. So where is the risk? So we have a lot of debates. I said your premiums next time onwards will go up. You will not be able to run the scheme. So we went ahead and we said we'll take an assurance model. It is nothing but a pure understanding of the mathematics behind that prompted us to adopt this model. We are running it for the 5 years. There was a lot of questions came. We said we will run it like an insurance company. We said we will have our own TPAs, we will have our own package rates, we will have all kinds of checks and balances, but we will run it on assurance mode. Good. So we went ahead with this. Gradually we also did lot of digital transformations. One of the agencies of Big Four works with us for a back-end management. What are the unique features? Defined turnaround time. We say that in this much time we will approve or disapprove your case. It has a back-end Aadhaar validation. It has a robust grievance redressal. Because when you run, if the government runs a big scheme like this, every day you will have a two refusals and your skin will be off. Madam takes us, the Honorable CM takes us to the district meetings. There you are thrown open and people will ask, Madam, I have gone there, the hospital refused. There is a delay in this particular package that is not being approved. So gradually with those very robust feedback mechanism, both political, with the press and with everyone, the scheme was being challenged, and that is how we created our own grievance redressal. More or less when we are serving 5,000 to 7,000 people every day, there are bound to be problem, but we have tried to reduce it. We have a SMS trigger system. See, when you run a scheme like this in which the public money is involved, we hold a position, the Samiti which runs it holds a position of the trust of the taxpayers' money on one side, beneficiary on another. So you cannot allow a system which can be gamed through. And when so much of money is at stake, every day 8 crore payout is there, so their system is bound to be gamed. So we have created our own system, it's evolving. There is no model which is available for us. Every time we discover a new gaming, and again we go back to our drawing room and try to do something, design board, that what is to be done to take care of it. Gradually we are taking it further. Real-time dashboard and all those things. See, these are the numbers which I like all of you to have a look at it. Maybe some of you are aware, some of you, since coming from outside, may not be aware. It's a 2.45 crore families that we serve. There are 2.45 unique numbers which have been given to these families. 8.53 crore, 8.5 crore people have been enrolled under the scheme with their Aadhaar numbers, with their validations. We have a 3,000 impaneled hospitals in the state which takes care of it. 22,000 doctors are working on this. They have registered themselves. Till date, since 2016-17, Madam, we have served 1 crore plus people with a 13,000 crores of total payouts. It's all on a public domain. You can see my budgetary figures. You can see the government. There is no watering here. It's there. And we have a 1769 kind of packages we do. You look at the expenditures. Initially, when we started in 16-17, it was a part. You know, whenever you talk about any healthcare, it's health, see, I will take care of this segment and I will not take care of this segment, doesn't happen. You have to make, I will serve only 15% of the country's population and will not do anything for the something beyond. You cannot have a healthy society because your major workforce lie in the age group of 30 to 60. Many of them may not be fitting in those 6-7 criteria of what we call a below poverty line, but their contribution to economic may be phenomenal. That's how we thought, let's universalize it. There were enough challenges. In fact, when 5 years back, when we were universalizing it, we were asked a question, will you be able to run the schemes? Let's take it. Let's see whether we can run it or not. Today, after you look at it in 21, 22, we universalize it. The first year we spent 2,400, then 2,500, 2,700, with some inflation, with addition of new packages and all. Last year we spent roughly 2,800 crore. This year again, more than 7-8 months have passed and things are running fine with us. See, what I was talking about is that the country has to evolve its own model. Look at the number of investments in the new hospitals, number of beds which have been added. So, when I begin with it, see, look at it, that it has also led to the growth of lot of secondary hospital creation in the secondary tier city of the state. Because people are find that there is a assured government scheme in which I will have a definite revenue model. So I can take a longer term risk in terms of investment. This is the basic economics, that I will invest when I have an assured return. So this also a problem. This is also one of the major things which has led to the capacity expansion in the rural areas. Year-wise, if you look at the number of beneficiaries, how the number of beneficiaries, number of families have gone up. Look at the number of impaneled hospitals. You know, what we have designed in this scheme, when we have a package, we also say quality of the healthcare is essential. So what we said, there will be a differential rates depending on the gradation of the hospital. We have our own gradation mechanisms. So as the packages were higher, you look at the number of hospitals which are transiting from a higher grade is always going up. The number of grade A hospital when we started was around 140, today is 208. It calls for investment because we also believe unless or until you invest in a quality care, the quality of the benefit of the schemes cannot be sustained for long. This is what we talked about. See, look at it. Now, this is something which is very important. Beyond 60, if you look at it, the health or insurance premium goes up like anything. And beyond 70, it's almost impossible to get a health insurance. But who will take care of this population? Today, the people are working till 65, 70 years of age with economic demands going up. So this is kind of schemes which cover everything. Does come. So the bigger health insurance platform, whether it's a private or government, if you have to look at it, you have to look at the sizes. The individual insurance company in a smaller scale won't be able to sustain the competition that is going to come up in near future. You have to consolidate and create a much bigger model where every age group coverage at affordable premium gets covered. Now I tell you, we were visiting Singapore, this Lee Kuan school once. I asked them about how are you keeping your health expenditure so low. They say we have a provident fund scheme in which we make people compulsorily save for certain diseases. Like if you want a piles operation, if you want a appendectomy, why not? Why you need to waste and raise a premium bar high? Because then its cycle starts. The drug, the company, the hospital, all the cycle starts, market is imperfect. So we have decided this. So that is why, you know, that there has to be some evolution of some models among us, that for this you go there and for this you come here. So that kind of specialized. Otherwise, if you want to look at it, say a cancer treatment, tomorrow if the gene therapy comes and it becomes little affordable, but how many people will come to you? unless until you come up with a specialized packages. That for these 10 diseases, there will be a available. Today's stenting cost in a heart around 40,000, 50,000 rupees. Many a times, but if you look at an entire life cycle of a cancer treatment, will require a 10 lakh, but how many cases will come? So can we come up with a model in which we will have a scheme especially only for this? Say certain 10 diseases which will have a very bad impact, but the morbidity rates are low. Why can't we come up with an affordable premium? That will become more popular. Why to have a vanilla scheme for everything? Think about it. Today the insurance teams will have to think about it, that can we have a very specific kind of schemes. So these are the number of claim counts year wise. This is nothing so great. These are hospital type performances. Just to share, these are the packages that are being used very often with us. We do reserve certain number of packages for, especially for the government hospitals, because we want to avoid the gaming. See, this is something which is very essential for us. For any such, whether it's a hospitals, whether it's a insurance corporations, they have to have a very strong, robust IT platform running at the back end. We are a part of the digital health mission. Today 4.5 crore, every patient which is treated under Swasthya has his electronic records kept, so that we can look it back in the future, past, for a future references, that these are the treatments that you have already got. We have recently got a change in our systems, in Act also, so that we can enforce that. So this is what is very essential, that you should have always a very strong IT background of this back-end handling this entire things. So we have a lot of things, we have AI things, inside validations, timings. Whenever the patient gets admitted, we take his photograph, it's geotagged. When we discharge, at the time of discharge, we record his video. It's all on our app, which has an inbuilt location tracker and everything, so that we can find out whether actually the operation. Then we have a system of anonymous phone calls also. We have our system of asking question, in which we take out the selected doubtful cases, and we have taken actions. While we cooperate with everyone in terms of it, but if you found doing gaming on our system, we'll just put you off. See, this is what we talked about. These are the number of grievances that we get. So we do monitor it on a weekly basis, monthly basis, at the different level of management tiers are there. Challenges, there are, when you run such a scheme, there are bound to be challenges. So we have identified, we keep on, it keeps on coming one after another. But what we have got is a huge cooperation from the clinical establishment of West Bengal, the doctors' fraternity. They have become a very integral part of this scheme, so make the healthcare accessible and affordable. Impacts, you can take care of it. I would like to draw an independent study at the point 5, which is published not by us, by the others, that the cancer treatment completion rate, that whether you have taken a complete cycle of chemotherapy or not, because of this scheme, it has become accessible, affordable, and completed also, vis-a-vis any other intervention, even when the people have a money and they are paying it on their own. Thank you. I have nothing. If you have, maybe we are still in a learning process of this, but this is one of the things that we thought that we must share with all of you, that how we are taking care of the Swasthya scheme, so that all of you are assured that there is a robust systems in place. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing all those information. I think we, the people of Bengal, the West Bengal people, we have witnessed a revolutionary scheme, and I think it deserves a standing ovation for the thing which we are witnessing regarding Swasthya, which sir shared with us. We can have a standing ovation for the same. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. To take this ahead, I would now request the chairperson, Health Committee, to felicitate CMD Madam with the Uttorio. And the memento. The memento. Thank you so much, sir. I request Mr. Abhijit Banerjee, the President Designate, to kindly felicitate the Principal Secretary, sir, with the Uttorio and the memento and the hamper. Mr. Abhijit, sorry sir, I would again request you to kindly felicitate Sridevi Madam with the memento and the hamper. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. I request Abhijit Majumdar, sir, to please felicitate the hamper, not the memento, to the President Designate. The hamper, sir. Yes, we are not giving you the memento as you're part of the chambers. So with this, we have come to the end of the inaugural session. There's a changeover now, and we'll join back in 5 minutes with the first panel discussion. Thank you so much. Thank you all the dignitaries on stage.